Hello students, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Myself Dipesh and I am taking your standard 12 state part 1 chapter 3 linear regression lecture number 4. See, in our last lecture I was give you the homework of exercise 3.2 sum number 1 to 5. Some students have some problems, some queries in that questions. I solved it in call, but if you have now problems, I will solve it in our regular lecture. Now we have moved forward to the short sums. Up to illustration number 7, we are doing long sums of method number 1, 2 and 3, part 1, 2. Now we are move forward to the short sums and we have to write the formulas for the short sums. So first of all, write down in your example book formulas for the short sums. That's the main heading, formulas for short sum. Formula number 1, when covariance of xy, sx square and sy square is given. See, when covariance of xy, sx square and sy square is given, your formula for by on x, byx is equal to covariance of xy upon sx square. This is the simple formula. See in chapter number 2, what is the formula for regression correlation coefficient? R is equal to covariance of xy upon sx square into sy square. But here it is not correlation, here regression line, and we have to find out by on x. That's why by on x, byx is equal to covariance of xy upon only sx square, not sy square. We have to ignore if sy square is given in the question, then we have to ignore it. What means of sx square and sy square? First of all, sx square is equal to variance of x and sy square is equal to variance of y. But when we need sx and sy, that means standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y, we have to make the square root of these. So variance, that is your standard deviation of x, and square root of this variance, that is your standard deviation of y. So whenever it is given sx, we have to make the square for sx square. When we need this formula, covariance of xy upon sx square, in the sum, if standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y is given, we have to make the square of standard deviation of x and find out the variance of x, and we have to write here and solve our questions. But if in the sum, in the question, if covariance of xy is not given, only sx square is given. See the main thing, only sx square is given, but covariance of xy is not given, then we can find out by this way covariance of xy. That means for covariance of xy, formula is sigma xy minus n into x bar into y bar upon n. This is the formula for covariance of xy. And on the basis of this formula, we have a second formula for byx. So we can here say that if, write down, if sigma xy, x bar, y bar and sx square is given, if sigma xy, x bar, y bar and sx square is given, then we have to write this formula, not this. Sx square is given, so we have to write this one or this one, sx square, it is common. But if covariance of xy directly given, then we use this formula. If covariance of xy not given, sigma xy, x bar, y bar is given, then you have to use this formula. B is equal to B by x is equal to sigma xy minus n into x bar into y bar upon n into Sx square, right? Okay, so these are the two formulas for short sums when Sx square is given and covariance of xy or sigma xy is given. Now move forward to the next formula. This is the formula 1, part 1 and part 2. Now second formula, when Sx, Sy and R. What is R? That is chapter number 2, correlation coefficient, or you can say coefficient of correlation. R is given. Then the formula for Byx is equal to R into first Y. That's why Sy, then X upon Sx. See, for remembering this formula, what is the main thing? Byx is equal to R into, what is here? Byx. So first is Y. So in the numerator Sy, second is X. So in the denominator Sx. So Byx is equal to R into Sy upon Sx, where R is equal to correlation coefficient, Sx is equal to standard deviation of X, and Sy is equal to standard deviation of Y. Same here, if the variance is given, I told you that if the variance is given, you have to find out Sx and Sy by square root of these two and put here. If variance is given, we have to take here standard deviation of Sx and Sy, and if standard deviation of Sx and Sy is given, we have to make the square to put here Sx square. So this is the formula, but for these short sums, the main thing in all above formulas, that is in all above sums, first of all here Sx square. If Sx square is not given, covariance of xy is not given, and Sx square is not given, for Sx square there are two formulas, sigma x minus x bar whole square upon n, or Sx square is equal to sigma x square upon n minus x bar whole square. Okay, so this is the formula for short sums. In all above formulas, A is common. A is always common in this chapter. Formula for A is only one, y bar minus b x bar. If there are long sums or short sums, whatever long or short sum is given, you have to take A is equal to y bar minus b x bar, as well as y cap, that is y on x, regression line of y on x, y cap is equal to a plus bx. This is the formula. First of all, write down these formulas. Complete? Write down all the formulas. Now move forward to the short sums. That illustration number 8. Read the question first. Page number 132. The following measures are obtained to study the relation between rainfall in centimeter, that is your x, and the yield of bajris in quintal per hectare, that is your y, in 10 different regions during the monsoon. So here n is equal to 10, x bar 40, y bar 120, 175, Sx 12, and covariance of xy. See here, covariance of xy is given. So what is your first click? See, I told you that you have to remember all the formulas. In statistics, if you don't remember all the formulas, then you cannot write, you cannot count, you cannot calculate all the sums. So first of all, remember, learn all the formulas. Obtain the regression line of y on x. So here y on x is equal to, therefore y cap is equal to a plus bx. And for that, first of all, b is equal to byx is equal to, which formula we have to use? Here covariance of xy is given. So covariance of xy upon Sx square. Here covariance of xy is given, but here Sx, that is standard deviation of x, is given. Standard deviation of x is 12. So we have to find out square of these, that is Sx square, that is variance of x, that is 144. del square, that is 144. Now put the value here. Covariance of xy is equal to 360 and sx square is equal to 144. So now divide it. It is 2.5 exact. So your byx is 2.5. Now a is equal to same formula, y bar minus b x bar. Y bar is given 175 minus b is 2.5. X bar is also given 40. So 175 minus, there is 100. So a is equal to 75. So we have two answers, that is b and then a. Now we have to find out regression line of y on x. Y cap is equal to a plus bx. A is equal to 75 plus 2.5x. This is your first of all main answer. Obtain the regression line of y on x. Okay, now another question. This is your short sums and it is completed. First of all, write down these. Then we move forward to the illustration number 9. First of all, read the question. To study the relation between two variables, yearly income X of a family and their yearly income investment Y in mutual funds. What is your X? That is income of your family. And what is your Y? That is investment. Right? The following information is shown for the sample of 100 families of a city. See here, 100 family is ignorable amount, because in the previous question, illustration number 6, 75 marks, right? 75 marks is ignored because it is not important in our question. See here, same 100, from 100 families, 100 is ignorable amount. So just ignore it. And what is given? X bar is equal to 5.5, Y bar is equal to 40.5, Sx, that is standard deviation of x, is equal to 1.2, Sy, that is 12.8, and R. What means of that? R is equal to correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient is equal to 0.65. Now, what is the main question? Obtain the regression line of annual investment, that is Y on X. Therefore, Y cap is equal to A plus BX. So here, first of all, B, that is BYX, is equal to which formula we have to use? When correlation coefficient is given, R is given, we have to use the formula R into Sy upon Sx. Why Sy upon Sx? First is Y, then X. That's why in the numerator Sy, in the denominator Sx. Okay. So R is equal to 0.65 into Sy is equal to 12.8 upon Sx is equal to 1.2. Now multiply and divide it. 0.65 into 12.8 divided by 1.2, that is 6.9333. So your approximate value is 6.93 for B. Now A is equal to same Y bar minus B X bar. What is your Y bar? 40.5. What is your B? 6.93. What is your X bar? 5.5. So 40.5 minus, what is the multiplication? 6.933 into 5.5, that is 38.115. So here 2.5 385. So your approximate value of A is equal to 2.39. Right? Now the next question, see the question, estimate the annual investment in mutual fund, that is Y, of a family whose annual income is 4.5 lakh. But for that, first of all, we have to find out the regression line. Y cap is equal to A plus BX. What is your A? 2.39 plus what is your B? 6.93x. Here is your regression line. This is your first answer. Y cap, that is Y cap is equal to A plus BX, that is regression line of Y on X. Now it is given that when X is equal to 4.5 lakh rupees, it is 4.5 lakh rupees, estimate the value of Y. Income is 4.5 lakh rupees, then what is the estimated investment? 2.39 plus 6.93 into 4.5. 2.39 plus, multiply this, 6.93 into 4.5 is equal to 31.185 is equal to, make the total, plus 2.39 is equal to 33.575. So your estimated investment is, approximate investment is 33.58, but Y is given in 1000 rupees, so you have to write 1000 rupees Y cap is equal to 33.58 thousand rupees. This is the completion of second short sum. So please write down this. Okay. Complete illustration number 9. Now illustration number 10. The information of price in rupees of a ball pen and the supply of a ball pen in units. Price is your X and supply is your Y at the end of each month of the year for the company making ball pen is given below. Estimate the supply of a ball pen when its price is rupees 40. See, sorry, the question is given like this: price, that is X, supply, that is Y. Now average of X and Y. What is that? That is your X bar and Y bar. X bar and Y bar is 30 and 500. Average, that is mean, or you can say X bar of is equal to 30 and Y bar is equal to 500. Now variance is Sx square and Sy square. I told you when I write the formulas, Sx square is equal to 25 and Sy square is equal to 10,000. Right? And R, that is correlation coefficient, is given. For that, and we have to find out Y cap is equal to A plus BX, that is regression line of Y on X. For that, BYX is equal to, R is given, that's why R into Sy upon Sx. So first of all, we have to find out standard deviation of X and standard deviation of Y from the variance of X and variance of Y. So what is the Sx? That is square root of this, that is 5, and what is square root of this? That is 100. Standard deviation of X is equal to 5 and standard deviation of Y is equal to 100. Now put the value here. R is equal to 0.8. 3 information is given here for BYX, and for A 2 information is here. So BYX is equal to 0.8 into 100 divided by 5, that is 0.8 into 20, that is 16. So your byx is equal to 16. Now A is equal to y bar minus bx bar. Y bar is equal to 500. B is equal to here 16. And x bar is equal to 30. So 500 minus 480, that is 20. Your two questions answer is here, that is y cap is equal to a plus bx. So b is equal to 16 and a is equal to 20. Now obtain the regression line of y on x, that is y cap is equal to a plus bx, that is 20 plus 16x. Here your first question answer, obtain the regression line of y on x. But here they don't ask us obtain the regression line of y on x. They directly ask that estimate if the value of x is 40, then what is the estimated value of y. So first of all we have to find out y cap, that is regression line, and then write that when x is equal to 40 rupees, then estimated value of y is equal to 20 plus 16 into 40, 640, so 660. Here 660 is your supply and your supply is in units, so your answer is 660 units. Estimate the supply when the price is 40, so we have to write that when the price is 40, the estimated units of supply is 660. So this is the completion of illustration number 10. Now write down this illustration number 10. Okay, we move forward to illustration number 11. Here, first of all, read the question. 134. A person in a state of South India produce spoons from eatable materials. It can be eaten after using it. He launched such spoons for the purpose of selling in a state of an experimental level. The following results are obtained for the average price in rupees and its demand in 100 units for the last 6 months. Right? So first two lines ignore, only we have to know that what is your x, that is following results are obtained from the average price in rupees, that is your x, and its demand in 100 units, that is your y. Okay, now what is given? N is equal to 6, sigma x is equal to 45, sigma y is equal to 122, sigma x square is equal to 439, and sigma xy is equal to 605. See here, what information is given, what data is given. First of all, that on the basis of that you have to think that which formula we have to use. Read the question first. Obtain the regression line of demand, that is regression line of demand on price, that is y on x. That means y cap is equal to a plus bx, where byx b is equal to, which formula we have to use? See, sigma xy, sigma x, sigma y, sigma x square. Which one? Okay. Direct method, n sigma xy, method number 2 for the long sum. N sigma xy into bracket sigma x minus sigma x sigma y upon n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square. What is your n? 6, sigma xy 605, sigma x 45, sigma y 122, and that is 6, sigma x square 439 minus sigma x whole square, that is 45 square. Make the calculation in your calci. 6 into 605, that is 3630, minus 45 into 122, that is 5490, divided by 6 into 439, two 634, minus 2025, 45 square. Now subtract it. 3630 minus 5490, that is minus 1860, divided by 2634 minus 2025, that is 609. So your byx is equal to 1860 divided by 609 is equal to minus 3.0542. Therefore, byx, approximate value of byx is equal to 3.05. First, byx, first question answer is over. Now, second question, a y bar minus b into x bar. What is your y bar? First of all, you have to find out y bar and x bar. Here y bar and x bar and y bar is not given, so x bar is equal to sigma x upon n, that is 45 upon 6, 7.5. Y bar is equal to sigma y upon n, that is 122 upon 6, that is 20.33. That is your y bar, and here it is your x bar. So a is equal to y bar minus b x bar. Now put the value 20.33 minus b is equal to 3.05 into 7.5. So multiply it. 3.05 into, sorry, here minus 3.05. Here we have to write minus, because here it is minus 3.05. So minus 3.05 into 7.5. But here minus plus. Minus 3.05 into 7.5 is equal to 22.875. Make the total 43.205, and therefore approximate value of A is equal to 43.21. This is your second answer. And now, what is the main question? Obtain the regression line of y on x and estimate when x is equal to 10. Okay, first of all we find out y on x, a plus bx, that is A is equal to what? 43.21 plus B is equal to minus 3.05 x. So you can write like that, y cap is equal to 43.21 plus minus 3.05 x. Here this is the regression line of y on x. Now if when x is equal to given, what is the given amount? 10 rupees, then what is the estimated value of y cap? That is 43.21 minus 3.05 into 10. 43.21 minus 30.5, 12.71. Yes, 12.71. But your y is in 100 units. See the question for, again. Y, that is demand, is in 100 units. So you have to write y cap, that is estimated value of y is 12.71 units. Write down the question. Now move forward to illustration number 12. Read the question. The electricity of the generated by windmill manufacturing by a company. The following information is obtained by recording 5 observations. See, underline this main question, that is 5 observations. Up to illustration number 11, n is given in numeric form. That is n is equal to so and so. But here in this question, it is given in the word form, that is recording 5 observations regarding the velocity. 5 observations, that means n is equal to 5 here. It is not given in the numeric form, it is given in the word form, 5 observations. So underline this word, that is 5. To find velocity of wind, kilometer per hour, that is your x, and generation of electricity in volts, that is your y. Now what is the given? X bar is equal to 20, y bar is equal to 186, sigma xy 23,200, and sx square 50, n is equal to 5. See, I told you in the short sums formula, when sx square only is given, we have to use formula number 1, short sum formula number 1. But for that there are two parts, 1 and 2. If sx square is given, we have to use the formula number 1. But in part 1 of formula number 1, covariance of xy upon sx square is the main formula. Here we have to find out first of all y on x, that is y cap is equal to a plus bx. But for that b is equal to byx is equal to, if sx square is given, we have to write covariance of xy upon sx square. That is the main formula for byx when sx square is given in the short sums. But here covariance of xy is also not given. When covariance of xy is not given and sigma xy, x bar, y bar and sx square is given, we have to use the formula part 2 of formula number 1, short sums. That's why we are writing this formula, sigma xy minus n into x bar into y bar upon n into sx square. This is the short sums formula number 1 part 2. Okay, so sigma xy is given 23,200. Now put the value only. N is equal to 5 into x bar, that is 20, into 186, that is y bar. And now n, that is 5 into sx square, that is 50. So here 23,200 multiplication 100 into 186, that is 186 100 then 5 into 50, that is 250, minus 4,600 divided by 250. So what is the divide? Answer 4,600 divided by 250, that is 18.4. Your B is equal to 18.4. Now the second one, A is equal to y bar minus B x bar. Y bar is equal to here 186 minus B is equal to 18.4. X bar is equal to 20. 186 minus 368. So 186 minus 368 minus 182. Your A is equal to minus 182. Two answers are here. What is the main question? Read the last line. Obtain the regression line of the electricity generation, that is Y, on the velocity of wind, that is X. First of all, we have to find out the Y on X. That is A is equal to what? Minus 182 plus 18.4x. This is the first answer of your question. Obtain the regression line. We obtain the regression line. Y cap is equal to minus 182 plus 18.4x. Now, if the question, another question, estimate the electricity generation if the velocity of wind is 25 km per hour when x is equal to 25 km per hour, then what is your y cap? Y cap is equal to minus 182 plus 18.4 into 25. Make the calculation in your calci. Minus 182 plus 18.4 into 25, that is 460, minus 182 plus 460, that's why minus 182 plus 460, 278. Your y cap is equal to 278, but your y in volts, so you have to write 278 volts. This is your final answer. There are two questions. Obtain the regression line. We find out the regression line y on x, and then what is the value if x is 25, what is the estimated value of y, that is 278 volts. Here we complete 1 to 12 illustration. You have to write this 1 to 12 illustration in your illustration book. And now homework time. Homework is exercise 3.2 full. In the last lecture I was give you exercise 3.2, sum number 1 to 5, that is your long sums. Now in this you have to write 6, 7, 8, 9, only 4 sums, right? So your homework in exercise book is 3.2. So please complete in your example book 1 to 12 example, and in your exercise book exercise 3.1 as well as exercise 3.2. And the last request, that if you don't subscribe right now, subscribe my channel, because there are on regular 4 lectures and short sums and long sums are complete. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you, students.